Hello, everybody, and welcome back to
Boo, you whore.
a show about whatever the fuck we want. My name is Benji, and today's episode is sponsored by mail that my boyfriend has purchased me.
Aw,
Oh.
that's so sweet. My name is Mac, and that's the tea. That's it.
My name is Mikey, and good morning, Kingdom.
My name is Morgan, and your game will never match up to mine.
It's measure if we're gonna get the quote right. But
Oh,
we are gonna
excuse
get
me, puppy.
and she was clocked on time, clocked out.
Damn.
And
I'll see y'all next week.
Clocked.
uh, so we will be reviewing Drag Race Season 17, Episode 11. All right, if you haven't already, click that like, that subscribe button. If you haven't already, what are you doing? And give us a comment on what you uh, all
That
give us a
click that
comment on the
like,
things
that
because there's
subscribe button.
the other
That's,
things. Leave us a comment because we know that these shenanigans are fucking with us today. Um, so we're gonna get right into it because
Yeah.
Arietti decided to leave as a
girl.
nasty cunt and quite literally bring up something that Anya didn't even want on air in her mirror message, so she
Ooh.
was forced to talk about it. And I'm
Girl.
sorry, that's like pussy, but not in a good way. Like,
It I've said this before about Arietti, but it just gives sore loser down.
Yeah.
Sore
Like
loser, great TV.
fucking phenomenal TV.
it's phenomenal TV,
But
but at Anya's
damn, I'm so
expense.
sorry.
Like,
Yeah, like I feel bad for Anya in this moment because I know like that's something that I personally get insecure about too. And so like, I don't know.
Oh,
That's
you're
just
bad,
fucked
bro.
up. I don't we'll leave it at that. But I don't think I have bad
Not
breath,
she
but
admitted on live television. Oh my god.
I brush my teeth.
Lady
Brush your
Lucia
teeth,
said to brush her
bitch.
teeth, and Naomi Small said to brush your goddamn hair.
Brush your hair, bitch.
uh, but no, that was
Um,
that was
but
basically
no,
the
it was just
entirety of. Oh, that was a lot. Sorry, go ahead.
I,
It was a
all
lot.
I was gonna say was that it was just like it was a low blow, and I could tell it was like a hurt person hurting someone,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
it stinks. And I think Lana said it best. I'm just sad that she chose for those to be her last words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's also not very happy about that being her last words either now.
Now,
Like
yeah.
you do things when you're hurt and you lash out, but like now it's forever. You just have
Hmm.
to deal with that. So, and oh, she got plenty of hate for it.
Quite literally, like as I was watching the screen last week, it was like watching and not even a time bomb, but you could see her like just mentally unraveling. She's like, I ain't gotta hold it in no more for these bitches. I ain't got nothing else to lose. I done lost it. So she just let it all hang out.
Hmm.
But like, yeah, that's the kind of shit that us as reality TV viewers we love to fucking see
Yeah.
is a girl just lose it. But it's not received the same on this sort of reality TV as it is on like
Yeah.
a Bad Girls Club or The
It's not like a
Challenge.
unhinged and she moved on the next day. She unloaded everything that she was feeling during the competition out in that one particular moment, and it just, I don't know. It was interesting. In the words of my boyfriend, everyone should seek therapy. Now,
Hmm.
speaking of protecting Chanel, today's Maxi Challenge is an acting challenge based off of Truman Capote and the Swans called Ross Matthews versus the Ducks. The fact that I
I
couldn't say the dolls.
no,
Hello.
literally. I
But
I
it's
have
they gotta make it like a bird.
I
yeah.
Yeah.
versus the foul. Uh,
Oh,
When we
Oh,
ah,
started off this week, I literally was like, I don't get this reference at all.
that's right. This
yeah.
this is a reference I had never heard of before
I was
either.
like, okay,
ye-
we really dipping into it. Like,
I feel like when I heard Ross like speaking in that sort of voice, I was like, oh, lighting, love that. I was like, I feel like I have heard this this kind of voice before, and I feel like I might in the back of my brain know something, but my brain don't really tell me much. So,
She said does not compute.
error.
Air 404. But the guest director is going to be none other than Miss Cheyenne Jackson or Mr.
mhm.
Cheyenne Jackson.
Love that king.
He's always a fun time in the acting challenges.
Yeah, look at that. The last time we had seen him was in 11 with the whole.
All Stars 5. Wasn't he
Oh
in?
yes, yes, yes. Oh, I'm not sure if he was in
Oh no,
the ones where they paired up.
I'm thinking of the LAPD one from
Yeah,
season 1
Oh, sorry, Cheyenne. Damn.
with Miss Fortune Feimster.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and
he's just really sexy.
I mean, I think he's an amazing actor, especially in like American Horror Story. That's where I mainly know him from. Because, yeah.
Honestly, I mainly know him from RuPaul's Drag Race.
I know him from Glee.
He was
real.
on
He
Glee.
was
He was on
Mhm.
Glee.
Morgan really clocked Mikey as a fake Glee stan.
Yeah. Are you even a Gleek?
I was a
R
COVID gleek.
I
Rose
was
Bitch,
a
Slushy.
I was an OG Gleek when it was fucking airing. Don't come for me.
Oh, but she forgot the lore.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Speaking of forgetting the Lord, um,
Oh,
as they figure out the roles and whatnot, and they're discussing characters, for
Uh-huh.
some reason the Miss Susie 2 cannot win for losing. Like she quite literally, they're like, I do we play fair? I think it's only fair that we do. I get the role of Chicago, and Lana makes a very good point, and she's like, "Is it about being fair? Is it really at this stage in the game?" And Lexi was like, "No, it's not about us making the best. It's about us individually standing out."
I'm gonna be real for a second. Miss Lexi had a fucking stick up her ass during this segment when it came to Miss Susie too.
No,
Mm-hmm.
Lexi's real reasoning the whole time was whatever Susie just said she wanted, she's not having it.
Yeah,
Not
Yeah.
exactly.
Getting, I
no,
don't care what
literally.
role you just said. I don't care if nobody else wanted the role. You're not getting that role.
I'll take it. I will have it before you have it.
Like
Yeah.
you're not getting whatever role you just said you wanted, and I don't
No,
remember which one
literally.
it was, but you're not getting it, and didn't.
It's
There's
just
this
like,
like weird fascination happening where they like
yeah,
Mhm.
really hone into the fact that Susie is just this uber competitor that needs to be stopped at all points.
It's because she was the first one with
Oh,
2 wins.
damn.
and we're like, oh,
Guys, um, edit that out. Benji, edit that out. Um, but yeah, like I understand that she has wins and stuff, but it's not like she's like slaying the game up and down. Like she's
I
been
thought she did
like,
good.
yeah.
Here's
I'm just
here's what
saying.
I've noticed in terms of Susie and then Lexi in this with the edit is that the start of the season they make Susie like a front runner, right?
yeah,
But then around Snatch Game onwards, they kind of not show Susie in this light and they kind of like humble her in the edit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
to where then Lexi, kind of around now, or maybe a little bit earlier, but especially now, is like, oh, Susie's like the one to beat. And I'm like,
What?
we've been shown that she's not all that. And also, y'all are sleeping on Anya for
No,
no
literally.
reason. No reason.
But we'll see how that works out for them.
We sure will.
Well, speaking of seeing how well that works out for them, um, oh, so Lydia kind of reminds us. She's like, it's giving sneaky deaky when Susie gave up the role to Acacia and Acacia went home.
Hmm.
So bury that.
Shout out
Uh,
to Miss Forgotten.
Timus forgot.
Well,
Right.
she had been.
She had been. Um, as the girls were doing their scenes, I was impressed by Lana. I was impressed by the improvement of Miss Butthole, but she was still struggling Titanic wise. Like it was still,
It seems like Lydia is somebody that like doesn't have experience in taking notes for acting.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
she doesn't really, it seems like she doesn't really understand what the director is trying to get out of her when they're giving her notes. And so like I think she's doing a good job for her, but what they really want is to get something different. And she's just bringing the same thing like for every take, and it's
yeah.
not really, it's just kind of one level.
Yeah. I think Lana Geray didn't deserve.
Lana took notes
Lana
really, really
Lana
well.
surprised me.
I
Yeah,
didn't think she deserved to be in the bottom this episode. I think she
Yeah.
ate.
Yeah.
as no one ate in the restaurant that they were all seated in.
Oh.
Well,
Oh,
I
they
mean,
did you
they
see
had plates and silverware, certainly.
Lana's
Okay.
They
tweet
did.
today being like, "Girl, we were fake eating for hours."
Okay, there's there's a couple things I just want to quickly say. Number one, about Lydia, when someone asks you is like, do you think that that's enough? Or like when Cheyenne's like, do you think you have it? Or Ross or whoever the hell, and Lydia goes, yeah, I do. I'm like, no, you clearly don't, because they wouldn't have asked
Because
you
they
that.
Right.
no,
If somebody
literally.
asks
Oh,
you
would you
that,
like to go again? Would you like
yeah.
to go again? If you say no, they clearly wanted you to go again. Like they, whatever they asked you to
Do
do
it.
that more than you just did, because it's clearly not enough. And then I thought about this, and like the idea of being an extra on a TV show where they're at like a cafe or a restaurant, I would be the most stupid extra ever. I would grab a little knife and fork, and I would hold it, and I would be like I would steal the camera time. They would, every time
Don't
I'm in
don't do
shot,
that
I'm
on a
like
real
acting
set because you'll get
crazy.
fired.
Yeah, I was like, she forgot
Well,
what an extra was.
no.
She'll send her acting resume with this on top of it. Like,
Well, like hire me Canada. And
nah.
if you want like, and
Miss Canada.
when people come up to me and say I loved you as extra number 8 and want my autograph, y'all will be gagged.
I
You're gonna
will
eat
be.
your words.
And you know
Like
what?
I was eating that fake food.
If that happens, I will eat my words.
Good luck booking that stage, you two guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Anywho,
Um, and then
speaking segues.
we literally so we see Jules have like an inner monologue meltdown, adding words that ain't supposed to fucking
Girl.
to
No,
one
Well,
of
they
the most
set my
okay.
sister
iconic
up.
fucking monologues.
They
In
set
the
my sister up.
Reality
in defense
TV.
of Jules, I probably do the exact same thing in this moment
Yeah.
where the wires just get crossed in my head. And
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
probably so similar with just like little things
Very that.
and bopped
Yeah.
here and there.
I mean, literally the phrasings and stuff were just like changed slightly or like
Yeah.
switched to this word for this word. And as somebody who also could just start spouting off that at any random time and has heard that clip endless amount of times,
So
I
basically,
would
I
be in
would
the
let
same
Gemma
boat.
know.
But
Yeah.
she is a fat. Um,
I
Let me watch my language.
That is like literally
Herbivore.
so annoying of a role to have because number one, I
Hmm.
hate monologues. I hate
I I
talking,
think
even on a
getting
podcast.
I think if you're ready to do a monologue, getting the monologue in something like this is a good moment. If you can hit it, it'll be good, and the judges will recognize it because you just get a moment where it's just you. But
The only thing I'm hitting is my vape in the gym,
We know.
not monologues.
Everyone
So,
knows.
I love a
Speaking of
monologue. I'm a
speaking
theater
of hitting
kid,
the back of my
bitch.
eyelids, um,
oh,
She said, "We're gonna wrap this up."
um, not that, but I just want to slowly, or rather, just very lightly speak on Miss Lexi Love's inner saboteur staring right in front of her in the face as they are partnered, and she still
mm-mm.
fucks up.
Girl, Miss Lexi Love does not have an inner saboteur. That bitch is on the outside. She's here with us.
Yeah,
Like
She said the
I
it's
call is
only
coming from inside the house,
The call is
Mom.
coming from outside of Lexi Love, who's manifested here with us
and
today.
her saboteur was Susie Toots
She's
Whitlock
on set today.
because
they they
excuse me.
the heel on is crazy, and I loved it. That was my
Oh my
favorite
God, that
part
fuck
of
ass,
the.
that fuck
She said,
ass
and she said, I borrowed it from On Your
on your
Nerve.
nerve and
Uh-huh.
did.
And RuPaul said, "Yep, that makes sense
Yo.
now."
But
She
you
said it
know
wasn't
what?
made for a black woman.
If there's one thing I know, especially about like theater people and wigs, is theater people do not give a fuck about visible lace.
No, they don't. They
Because
Clearly,
don't.
even on Broadway, like you're in the fucking nosebleeds and you can still clock the
You could
lace
still
that's
see the
like
lace
up
line.
here because it has
Yes.
to be. So they can take the wig on and off really quick.
I don't know why that still irritates my soul. But if it didn't she, oh wait, no, we'll get into the picture because I have a theory. Session moment where like Sam actually kind of kills it. She
well, yes,
she
Yeah, Sam did great.
she Lydia and Sam opposite the track friends moment of like, I may not agree with your drag, but I like you as a sister.
This to me feels like if this is if formerly known as Fifi O'Hara and the
Mr. Jeremy
cancelled
Carrick, yes.
queen, yes, the cancelled queen of season four, the winner, if they worked it out on the remix, it would kind of give what's happening right now with Lydia and Sam.
I think for me it's giving like off brand. It's like we have Bianca and Adora at home. The Bianca and Adora at
Mhm.
home.
Yeah, I would also say that's a really great comparison. Like pageant and then alt girl.
Yeah. Can I
Yeah.
also just like touch on the fact that postseason, the narrative that they love to spin that Sam Star is a Republican is
I've
killing
seen
Literally.
that
me.
I
so
do like
much.
Cheetos.
With
I do like Cheetos.
Naomi asking on like a rant on a podcast if Sam was like Christian because she's very like covered up every time she does drag.
I saw that clip. Her being like, "Is
Well,
Sam
I think
Star
that's
like
actually like that's not
Christian?"
a bad point from like a fashion perspective.
No,
It
truly.
like
Yeah.
she gives like conservative Americana
Yeah.
like and it's no tea, that's just her style. It's very pageant
No,
and
literally.
It just sent me. I need to watch that clip again because her literally just being like, "Is Sam Star like Christian or something?" Like,
I watched it before we started filming and I was like, oh,
and like
sister.
to be so real, she's a white person from the South.
Yes.
I would
From
venture to guess that she's probably a Christian.
right.
allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Where's that one Wendy clip? But our guest judge is this week is Sam Smith.
Same
This
star?
was
The
literally.
about Sham Star. She guest judges as she is competing.
Didn't give
One
herself a win.
No,
Once
literally.
again, this season is my favorite season in terms of the guest judges. I feel like so often there's that like, oh, and this person's here and they were on one show one time and they did that one song that one time. But like this
Go
this
on.
judges panel
Damn.
this season has been, well, like the special guest judge has been really, really good this season. Like I feel like I know everyone, and
I
that
like
is
those
something I
one-offs
can't.
sometimes though. They give like really valid critiques and like really are like putting in the effort to like actually judge. I was a little neither here nor there for Sam Smith this episode. I don't think Sam
Yeah.
Smith had anything to validly offer as a
And
critique.
I think for me, like, I think some of the guest judges were hitting for me, but for me, it also feels like a lot of them, specifically like Sam Smith and Katy Perry, they got past their prime by a long shot. And
Hmm.
I think they would have hit a lot better a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
You think Adam Lambert hasn't passed his prime?
I
Not in the
think
Drag Race hemisphere. I think
I was
he's
about to
guest
say, I
judged
think,
multiple times.
and yeah,
Yeah.
Adam Lambert is also just like,
Still
I
making
think,
music.
yeah, he's keeping himself around. I'm not saying that Sam Smith is like a bad person to have for the exposure of it all,
Hmm.
but I just feel like I wasn't like as jazzed to see Sam Smith as I might have been a couple of years ago.
I just want to see Lonnie Love again.
Well,
Not
yes.
Well,
literally.
yes.
But speaking of Miss Lonnie Love, I got visual representation. Because
No, girl, that's
category,
Lexi Love.
girl, bye.
Uh,
Well, that's the
that's
same
actually
star.
Well, that's Kylie Sonique Love.
This
Category
is
is black and white. The first up, we have Cam Star.
I love this category. I loved when they did it on season 6, and I love it here.
Mhm. It's
This is
cute.
cute.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
sorry. No,
think
I'm
this
a
works
whore
very
for
well.
anything jester-esque. I'm a whore for this. I love this.
Yeah,
This
it's a
is
cute
Mhm.
little like black and white Harlequin moment. The mask is really cute.
Her little jingles as it walks.
yes,
Yeah.
literally. I can only
Hmm.
because because we all know here that they have to film it twice. Can you imagine hearing that blankly to no music as they get their comments?
Well,
Iconic.
yes. Makeup sitting, mug
Yeah.
always right.
She is sad.
Yeah, it was cute.
No notes.
Very polished.
I even like
Yeah.
the off print of like the not like the off print, but like multiple prints being utilized very well, even through like the gloves all the way down to the line where the outfit finishes. Gorgeous.
If I am to have one critique of it,
Yes.
it's the like bejeweled shoulder because
Yeah.
it looks like it's made from like a thicker fabric than like the spandex like lycra type fabric that the rest of the dress is made of. So it is a different white and it
Yeah.
like
Okay.
it reflects differently than the rest of the whites in the dress and it looks a little off color.
Yeah.
But
Now it does look like a
that's my only
lighter
critique.
cream color.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this to me is a brainer. Woo!
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 Asian stage we have Miss Lana Duray. Ooh, well, the face.
She's never
I
worn
don't
something like this before. Um, this is new for Lana.
hate it.
Hmm.
It's cutesy.
Mhm. It didn't
It,
stand out for me.
It didn't stand out for me. I agree.
I think like maybe 6 seasons ago, this would have been more impressive. Not this time. I think there are a lot of looks that overshadowed this runway.
I'm irritated that I see her panties.
Yeah.
Like the fabric could have gone down a little more. I'm like, okay, I can toot this.
I and the worst part is I think that was intentional.
Yeah.
And another seemingly intentional choice that I think works against her in a weird way
Hmm.
is these little black bows that she's put on her shoes. It makes it look like she has um like club hoofs.
Mm.
It looks like she has little deer hoofs.
Me,
Dear
I don't
her.
mind them. My issue with the bows for me is the fact that they look uneven to where they don't sit correctly on the shoe.
Yeah.
I f- I feel like I would rather see bows on the tights as well and just make it like I don't want to see like the bows and the random dots. It's like girl going to elementary school and she's got a cute bow on, but she's also got chicken pox, you know?
Where
Yeah.
do you see black
It's kind
chicken
of like
pox?
it,
Oh,
it's kind of like a case of like
crazy times.
I don't hate the pieces. I just
Right,
hate the puzzle that it's put together.
Yeah.
correct.
It's
Very
for me, it's like it's just a little bit too demure. Like
too
I shouldn't have
mindful.
she
said hate.
really,
I don't hate it.
yeah, she really likes to be like a supermodel instead of like a drag queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's very like lackadaisical.
And it's like it is I don't even know where I was going with that.
Right.
It
Um,
is a boot,
It's a woo.
but can oh,
It's
okay.
it's a really, really soft woo for me. Because again,
Yeah.
I don't hate it. And I think the exaggerated sleeve is cool. I don't mind the black chicken pox. I think
I don't either.
I wish there was something else going on. And I wish the stuff on the back.
I
was a
wish
little more
I wish
apparent.
the top, like the sleeves were sort of like pinstripey, like circus sleeves or something, not to be like too
Mm,
Sam Star.
Yeah,
Um
but like billowed out, right? Like
yeah.
kind of.
Because like the just plain white top is like not really doing anything
What's
for
also
me.
or even
irritating.
if honestly, even if they were just black,
Yeah.
Yeah,
just to cut it up a little bit.
what's also slightly irritating me is that the bow is on the left of her instead of being in the middle. You could have played up some small moment of androgyny or like,
Eh,
not that it was necessary. It's just I don't know why the bow is askew.
it's just a soft woo.
Yeah.
It's still pretty.
I do live for the hair. I like the hair a lot.
Oh yes, and the mug.
Mug is always right. I mean, that doesn't really need to be said with Lana.
But I'll say it so we can say something positive.
I mean, she's gorgeous. It's just final seven. They're gonna start
Yeah.
nitpicking at this, and they certainly did.
Hmm.
Um, and next to the bow stage, we have Miss Anya Nerve. Now, I'm sorry, I got all of these pictures from Miss RuPaul's Drag Race Instagram page.
That
Why
was a
did
bad
they make her
picture.
look like she's disheveled in this picture? Like they got her midway,
Well,
mid-stop, like
can I be
just
honest?
when have we
Yeah.
stopped you?
That's because this look was disheveled and it
Oh, I
didn't
just
look
meant in her
good.
body positioning. I haven't even got to the look yet. They made her look disgruntled.
Yeah,
Well,
this is a bad picture of the look and of Anya, but
this was
the
just a bad
dress,
look.
the outfit, yeah,
It's not my favorite.
I think it was a bad choice for a black and white runway.
Yeah, it's not giving black and white, and it has a
Yeah.
color in it with the duck.
Yeah.
Duck is crazy.
I think this like smoky black swan idea is not bad. And I like this shimmery smoky thing that she's going on. I also maybe just I don't get it. I don't get why this with the
The way
swan
it's,
goose.
yeah, yeah.
And also the length of the gown was not
Oh,
particularly
Well,
flattering.
she's still
she,
learning her lengths, mom.
Yeah.
Violet is
Full
still unpleased because it does not hit the floor.
Yeah.
full gown should hit the floor. Like
All
if I'm
gowns
going
hit
on
the
Drag
floor.
Race.
That's
I'm making
I
sure
should
all gowns
not.
hit the floor.
I should not be seeing your ankle when you're wearing a gown moment. Like, no, no, no,
scandalous.
no, no. I didn't. I really just did not care for this, like at all. This was like maybe my least favorite Anya look so far.
And I
I
think
actually,
like
oh,
the
that's crazy.
this like
What? Her entrance was camp.
what are those things called?
I mean, it kind of was
Pallets, pallets,
Hmm.
those little sequins. I think
yeah,
it makes this dress look cheap.
sequence
Yeah.
gown.
Cheap, cheap, cheap. How is Corey King doing?
Ball gown.
At
She
home, booked and
wishes.
busy. Number
Um,
one on Cameo.
I think I think that this for me, I think this is a cool idea. I just think maybe not for a black and white theme because
Hmm.
there's orange in there. And then
And
all
yeah,
guns should hit the floor. I do agree that there's like a certain type of bejeweling that maybe you could have done something else. What Mikey said. So yeah. And like the beer, I feel like she should have something on the arms because it's giving
Yeah, like a
like
glove.
Yeah,
or
it
swan
should have been
feathers or
like a
something.
like a
no, I think it should have
stole.
been like an upper length glove.
A glove with even like
Yeah.
the smoky detail like wrapped
Yes,
around the
yeah,
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 arm. That would have been
Yeah,
cool.
that would have been
yeah,
cunty.
yeah.
But it just
Hmm.
See,
wasn't.
this is why you won the sachet away, Vinny Curler.
Hmm. Hmm.
and I've been a
Details.
finalist every time I've participated. So,
And how many
and
times has she won?
Our
and how many times have you been
one
a finalist?
How many times have
oh
I won? Right.
the
Right.
special
Speaking of
guest is
We'll
Morgan's
crowns,
be right back.
thumb.
this, to me, this is a boo for me.
It's a boo.
It's a boo. I'm so
Unfortunately, this is
sorry,
a
Anya.
unfortunately a boo.
Speaking of Sally winning the Fame Games, next up to the stage we have as my AI drag mother rolls her eyes. This Lydia Butthole Collins. Now, bitch. Can we get into this? Like,
We can get
Yeah.
into this.
Like
oh,
we'll talk about it a little bit
so
later. And so, spoiler alert, they had some fucking nerve sending her home in this.
No, literally. No, literally.
literally,
I was like, this is the best
it's
butthole has
so
ever
ever
looked.
looked. Yeah.
This
Like,
is so good. The first of all, the hair, what
hmm.
love. And just the outfit itself is so cool. I love the exaggerated arms, the use of the pattern in the fur, like her sense of style, I think worked really well for this specific outfit. I think she exactly nailed the theme in her drag.
Hmm.
Yes, it's giving elegant, stunning Attack on Mars housewife that I've ever seen. It's so good. Like only this would come out of the mind of Miss Lydia Butthole Collins, and I live. Like this is there's nothing like unless I were to have to look at each individual stitch. There's a hem. Um, yes. Sorry, I'm just ranting. Go on.
Okay. First of all, I just want to say that this outfit, this runway is amazing, and I think she looks absolutely stunning. Um, there's like two things that I wish could be just like a little bit more fine-tuned, and then it would be like an absolute showstopper for me. Just and it's like details.
Hmm.
Number one, um, when it comes to the body being T, the corset makes the silhouette of it look a little frumpy. You can't really tell that much in this photo, but like on the show, it was like tightened weird, and you could see it like poke like the edges from the top poking out, and it like looked a little weird in this outfit. And then the other thing would be the I love the idea of the like extended arms I don't like that it goes to a weird point and it's just like this loose looking fabric. That looks like it's being like you've got like a hair tie or something and just like tied the ends together like it's like a bread bag or something. Like it's I wish that was a little more thought out and it doesn't even look like both of them are even the same, but because one's giving oven mitt, one's giving sad tears of clown. Uh but that's
I think that's partly just the angle that this picture is
Yeah.
at.
Agreed.
yeah, that could be it too. But
But I guess
besides
yeah,
those
I do wish they were maybe like filled with something so they were
Yeah.
a little more.
besides those two details that I noticed, I loved this look, and I think this is one of Lydia's best that she's given us.
Yeah. And spoiler for later, she did have to, well, she didn't have to. She didn't have to
No,
cut it
she
up.
shouldn't have.
She should have left it alone. But literally the whole
She,
time that she
we're
was
gonna,
cutting it, I was like, at least
I,
she can sew it back together.
I was so
Like,
pissed. Oh, for so many reasons.
Yeah, we'll talk about it more.
yeah.
But for me, this is a woo.
Woo!
It's a
Woo!
woo.
Now, speaking of Miss Lydia Deeds, next to the stage is Miss Suzwatu.
Not the button presses, bitch.
Mikey's about to grab her brother cats, her cats that are brothers.
Her brother
Um,
cat.
Her brother cats.
brother cats. Shout out
But
to
like,
Zuko and Iroh.
no, but like seriously, this is chic as fuck.
This was
It
cute.
is.
This
I
was
actually
so
really
good.
enjoyed this.
I was so impressed. Her makeup looks so fucking good.
Hmm.
Literally,
It's like one
she's
of the
dusted.
it's like one of the best she's ever looked.
Like this, I didn't, and this was kind of unexpected from Susie. Like
Hmm.
I, I was like, I like gay gasped a little bit when she turned the corner and it was this. I was like, oh, work, bitch. This fringe. Oh my God, watching this walk down the runway was so cool. It like very Roxy Andrews walking down in her sugar ball dress.
Oh, very
Hmm.
that.
Do you think when Ariete got the critique to change her makeup because it was giving feline, Susie in the back of her mind knowing that this look would be presented, she kind of got
She's like,
scared.
fuck.
She's like, they hate cats now. They're a like Michelle's a dog person. Shit.
This was cute. This was very like a very different take than everybody else, and I think that works well for Susie with Susie's drag. That like it's always going to be stand out and different from everybody. I think the critique that her waist needed to be slimmer didn't hit for me, and it was a
No.
little bit ironic
Yeah, it wasn't
from
necessary
who it
because,
was coming from.
and who did it come from?
Sam Smith.
Smith.
Well,
That's
Um,
shade.
and it was. Um,
Can I be real? I don't hate that critique because you're on Drag Race.
I
I hate the
And
critique because I disagree with it. I don't think it
I
needed to be
I
cinched.
don't think it needed to happen for this particular
it
outfit.
for me it looks a little boxy. It looks very
I think the look
I think
isn't
it's
meant to be giving feminine physique in the sense that
yeah.
like it literally looks like you're like a a different kind of being. Like it really was
Mhm.
giving that fantasy for me.
And especially when it was in motion. But like even in this picture, like look at the way
Yeah.
these stripes are moving. It was like hypnotizing walking down the runway. It was
Hmm.
crazy. And I don't think cinching it in would have changed it in a way that was like it honestly probably would have made the movement of them a little worse because
Exactly.
you would have had to like take it in. They wouldn't have laid the
Hmm.
same way.
the only look this season I will excuse not having a corset is Joella is a
A
mattress.
fucking mattress.
She
That's
was
the
forced to
only
do it under
time.
there.
Well, underneath because she's the Salesian diva of LA.
Yeah, it
Exactly.
is.
In the words of
Like she
Selena,
knew.
self-proclaimed titles.
Hmm.
Listen, Selena done took me the fuck out when she said that. Um,
Before or after the plane?
huh?
Oh.
Oh.
You're some
Um,
people are too comfortable on this pod.
and fucking are. We're gonna move right along. This is a woo.
Woo!
It's a Susie
Woo!
Woo.
The Susie
Susie
Woo. She doesn't buy her name.
Woo.
Now,
Where?
speaking of what the cat drug in next to the stage, we have Miss Lexi Love.
I like Zoidberg.
I
I'm gonna be so real. Oh,
um moving right along with that because I mean um I'm not happy with again the fucking panty. I'm
girl.
not a fan of the panty being shown, her 5,360-second train on the stage. I love Miss Lexi, don't get me wrong, and her edit is not favorable right now. But Miss Ma'am, like you are too gorgeous to be walking
Mhm.
out in like this much of fabric.
Why is she so afraid of a gown?
Like she would eat with the gown. Like even the stuff that she has that barely covers her body has been amazing. This does not flatter her the way that the rest of her package has flattered her.
Yeah, this was like
Absolutely not.
very clearly just not on the same level as the rest of her other looks have been. Like this was like I don't even know what happened here. It was a choice for sure. The exposed panty crystalline
No,
moment.
I
I think that this like ombre
that's my
tool
Roman
is
Empire.
really beautiful, but like
And I don't think that. I don't think that it's very beautiful. I don't really enjoy the ombre tool. I don't love the pattern of the gown. I don't like that it just kind of barely fades from black to white and it's like this it almost gives blue in the middle the way it like
mm,
fades so
Low key.
distinctly.
Yeah.
I it just wasn't giving for me.
Yeah.
I have a really interesting opinion about Lexi Love. First of all, I don't love this look. Second of
Oh
all,
yes.
this is the episode where I officially stopped rooting for Lexi to win. Like I've officially like hopped off the
The
Lexi Love
Lexi
train,
train.
Hmm.
and I feel bad because
I
like
think I agree.
at the start of the season, I mean, we were all like Lexi Love stands, defenders, like
Oh, and word, like
obsessed,
down.
and as time goes on, like she gets like she gets like she's in the top for snatch game, which is just so random, and then like we have this whole storyline with yes, her inner saboteur, and like the way that her hormones are interfering with how she's thinking, and it's stressing her out, and all of this. But like now with the whole being so bitter against Susie too, who's just like kind of vibing and existing, not clearly
Exactly.
not the front runner of the season. It's like,
And as we've seen,
yeah,
coming toward the tail end of this competition, it looks like the Kumbaya girls are still here, and
yeah.
Hmm.
some other girls are not.
Yeah.
I feel like Lexi would do so much better on a season that is shorter of a episode count. Like if it was like a 10 episode season, I think Lexi would eat down and be able to do it. But because this is such like a marathon, especially these later seasons with how long they are, I think we're getting a burnout, kind of like how Angeria
Hmm.
was in season 14,
Yeah,
where it
that's
started off
my
great.
case too. Is like, am I still rooting for Lexi Love? Of course I am. Like
Yeah,
I love Lexi and I want her to succeed and do well. I just think based on the edit and what we're being shown so far, this is not our winner. It's not somebody that we're supposed to think is like going to be taking the crown. It's somebody that we're looking
Right.
at as like a journey. Um,
Very that.
and right now her journey is dealing with her own mind and the battles within it.
Hmm.
And it's just
It's
not,
giving setup for All Stars down.
yeah.
Like,
Hmm.
Very that. All Stars winner.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be shocked if that happened.
Honestly, same.
But as for this look, this is a boo.
It's a boo.
Boo.
it's a boo.
Right. Little sister. Next, Sparkle.
Period.
Bitch, I love this so much. It's so good.
Fucking Jewel Sparkles,
Eight down,
She
eight down.
ate. She ate down the house.
this
Like
quilty little cat purse and the cattail bracelet. Are you joking?
Like, girl,
eight down, like Catwoman, artistic. Like this is if Lady Gaga did Catwoman.
bye.
This is how I feel.
This was
This
gorgeous.
is if Lady Gaga did The Boy Is Mine instead of Ariana Grande.
Bye.
Literally.
Girl.
This was everything to me. And did you see that the designer actually like acknowledged this online too and was like very, very thankful and very gracious to have even be referenced. Like,
Yes.
I never thought they would see this look actually be real. Let was and done so well. They were so enthused. Like this, it was literally so good. It
Yeah.
was so good, and this 100% saved her.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%. Like, because my sister loved Jewel Sparkles Down, did not eat that challenge up,
She did not. They all did okay, but she did.
and she did second from the bottom. Okay, for sure.
She did.
Mhm.
But like this look, it's just so striking. The how it's painted, the exaggeration of everything, the but it's still all so polished and fits so right.
Hmm.
Jewel Sparkles, the diva that you are.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Kitty purr. It's a whoa.
It's a
Woo.
woo.
This is like as high a woo as I could go.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Mhm.
loved this look.
Like
It's so high
Ariana
that
high
only
note.
This
right.
literally,
It's so
this
high only
gave
dogs can hear it.
when Manila Luzon wore that extremely expensive silver dress
Oh
when like she
Yes.
yeah.
should have 100% been in the bottom.
Yeah.
Like this, it gave that to me. Like, oh, you saved yourself
You
Hmm.
saved thine ass.
down.
So speaking of save, Lexi and Susie got to hit it to the back.
And I have thoughts because one of them, I feel like one of them should have been in the bottom.
Which one?
Oh yes. Well,
Well, Lexi, I think she should have
Alexandra.
been bottom two.
I think she recovered the rest of it though. Like,
I think she
She
ended
was
up.
okay.
I think the final product ended up okay,
yeah,
Mhm.
but I think especially after the runway,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think Lexi has done enough at this point to earn the safe spot. I didn't necessarily expect to see her in the bottom, but
yeah.
didn't expect to see her safe either.
Yeah. I think for me, we look back at challenges like this in the past, and some people, when they want to put them in the bottom, will get the critique of, well, during the challenge, you were struggling a bit,
Hmm.
whether the end goal came out or not.
Yeah.
And then you can really tell when they love to play that up when they want to put someone in the bottom, and then when they don't say that at all
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Lexi was struggling. I mean, we literally heard from Lana and Anya saying they had to sit there and eat fake food for hours. And then
Jules
Jules
was,
saying she's yawning and like waiting for her time to
Hmm.
go. Like,
And she was one of the last to go.
yeah,
She
hmm
was the last.
she was
Like
the
The
last.
last.
And she was like, girl, I have to get my energy up. I've been sitting here waiting.
Where's my Red
I was
Bull?
about to say they can't get her a Red Bull or something. Like,
Literally.
damn.
Energy, ladies. Energy.
Uh, but before we get into the thick of things, we are going to go into the infamous question of who should go home tonight and why. And I feel like a lot of them cop the fuck out.
I'm mad.
I am
I'm
not.
Mm,
mad. This is like, okay, when I heard the question, oh, I was like, here we
Right.
go. Like, let's get into it. And then we went to give the stupid answer of, oh, my biggest competitor. Like, everybody wanted to cop out and say that when there's some clear answers we could give.
well, yeah. I feel like Ariete would have made this moment a little more iconic,
Oh,
obviously.
she would have had a Lux Noir London moment.
Like, give me
Yeah.
a Corey King, give me a Hormona Lisa, give me a Joella, because Joella would just give a very delusional answer about,
Yeah.
like, honestly, you don't need to send anyone home because I'm gonna beat them all anyway. Like, something dumb like that, and I live.
And like the moments from those questions that we remember are when the girls are like coming for each other, and then there's
Hmm.
like or even like we think about like Chanel being like, I nominate myself to go home.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
Tyra's a complete bitch. Like,
yeah,
Literally.
please.
And I feel like it was also super cringe for my good sister, Miss Jules Sparkles, for like the edit to set her up as like, oh, I've been waiting for this one. And then you also say Susie too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which like, oh, you wanted to clock the hairline, which like T, somebody had to clock it. But it just wasn't like the whole thing didn't give for me at all.
Yeah.
And I
It was
agree
very
with Butthole
anticlimactic.
saying that like, oh, the number one person that should go home is me when like I have a win. You're saying I'm at the bottom of the competition. I have a win.
And she spoke
Yeah.
facts.
So that wasn't even real.
hmm This felt a little Dracula when they like, here's a twist so the queens can try and fuck each other over, and then they do like the
Mhm.
most boring thing possible. I'm
But
like,
then the confessionals are talking about how dramatic it is.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
tell us, show us, don't tell us that it's
exactly.
dramatic, actually.
And it's like it's never been dramatic to say your biggest competition.
Never.
Like,
Yeah, that's like the
No.
I hate that answer so much because you know they're not going home. And the funny clip of RuPaul when they start deliberations being like, well, I guess we have to send home Susie too.
No,
That was
literally.
so funny. That was so funny. I actually love that so much.
Like,
That made me
She was so
cackle.
unserious for that.
like, please, like,
no, but
that's
literally,
exactly what
like
I'm thinking. Like, no, we're not. Like, Susie's in the top, basically. Like, she's not going home.
No, literally.
Like that that's how you know Rue's having fun
Hmm.
this season. Sometimes during filming you can tell she is just in professional mode.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This is not professional mode. This is her
yeah.
having a kiki and just being like, girl, these people are weird for that.
I could tell RuPaul's into the season when she looks in Lydia Butthole Collins'
No,
eyes
literally, just
every
butthole,
episode. Literally,
But
her just like
Yeah.
licking the stars, like, oh,
butthole. Yeah.
love you.
Speaking of
No
stars.
wonder an alleged call was made directly after the season.
Yeah.
Right. Speaking of butthole, the winner of today's challenge is Anya Nerve.
Mom.
Mom. It
she
Hmm
was so fucking good.
Oh,
her
big.
nails clacking
She
on the
said yes,
breastplate.
having a
Like,
whole
Hmm.
ass conversation in a language that all of us
Yeah.
understand really
I think
well.
she's
She
lucky that that look didn't drag her down.
I agree.
honestly, when she introduced her character's name as like Big Fupa and
Big
Yeah.
slaps her
Fupa.
stomach, I literally cackled. That was the stupidest thing. And it's like, that is perfect, like Drag Race comedy, honestly.
And that
And I,
because
Literally.
that's a good part. Like, that's the kind of silly, stupid comedy that RuPaul is gonna live for.
Yeah.
See, this is just another thing of like Lexi being like, Susie, you can't have the part you want. Hey, Anya's like, can I have the most charismatic part? Everyone, no
And then they're all gonna
objections.
say, yeah, sure, sure, man.
Yeah,
sure,
take
girl,
that part.
take
And then she
it.
wins, and everyone's like, oh. How did
Take it
she
and be in
three
a
wins
scene with her
And then
already?
anyway.
everyone's like, I can't believe Susie 2 did this.
Literally.
Literally.
Oh,
Literally.
the shooting, the emoji, the meme. Yeah,
Of them like in the pews.
yeah.
Girl. Speaking of crazy shit, so the bottom two was Miss Lydia Batole and Lana Gara. Both of them have similar track records with the exception of Lydia's win from last week.
hmm
And the lip sync song is Unholy by Sam Smith featuring Miss Kim Petras.
Like
Oh my God. Okay, so we're gonna get into it because Miss Thing should not have cut her fucking dress. It
she
was
was
such a
winning.
waste of time. She was
She was winning.
winning.
She was winning just
Yeah.
being herself, and it was so good. And then the scissors popped out, and she even said in her talking head, like, "Bitch, I should have put the scissors right back in my bra."
Yeah, literally.
Like,
Like, sister, you really should have. Because
ah,
she could
And
stand there and
like
do nothing. Like,
what stinks is like if it had worked, it could have been a cute moment, but there's just so much risk involved,
yeah,
yeah,
and
Yeah.
you can't practice that.
yeah.
yeah. And it was like the worst case scenario, like fully stuck in your gown, like had to get on the floor, and then you're still stuck in the gown, and
Mhm.
then
And
you
it just
barely get out of
Mind
the
lasted
you,
it
gown.
lasted so long too.
also
Yeah,
like if her gown had like a fabric that was super easy to cut, that's fine. But she had fur. How are you supposed to
literally.
very quickly cut through fur with tiny little scissors?
Yeah, it
That's
was
what
a
I don't
mistake
understand.
for
Hmm.
sure. And
She
she
should have
Yeah.
knows.
just, yeah, like what she should have done is just like hiked the dress up as high as she could to get her legs some motion, but
I
Yeah.
saw this tweet
Show
that
the
somebody
cankles.
somebody had made of like a live that she had done like multiple weeks ago where they were like making something, and she like specifically for a task that like would be so easy with scissors, she was not using scissors, and somebody posted that was like, I understand now why she like maybe she just doesn't use scissors anymore.
That's
Like
her interceptor right
sworn
now is
sworn off
scissors.
scissors.
I saw a Twitter post and it was Susie Tude as Ellen Green with the scissors thing, and then Lydia Butthole Cons, and it said something like the true inner saboteur of the season.
Oh, I saw Susie post that and was like, I tried to warn her.
Yeah, no, I did see that one.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
it didn't work when Miss Scarlet Envy did it either.
No.
No, it
And
didn't.
that one was closer
Yeah,
than this
That one
one.
was
yeah, like
closer.
Scarlet Envy, she
She made
did
it
it
out.
fairly cleanly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but
Uh,
I'm pissed because sister was winning just by blinking her fucking eyes. Like she needed not to do a damn thing. She literally said and was winning. Like
Yeah.
And I think at this point they're ready to send Lana home.
yeah.
Clearly,
She's like their person
I
they'll easily just throw in the bottom.
with all
yeah.
due respect, I love the growth that I've seen with her in the last couple weeks. I'm ready to send her home.
Yeah.
And like I don't even necessarily think she deserved to be in the bottom this week.
Yeah.
So
No,
like
Agreed.
no.
Yeah.
but clearly the judges just aren't
Yeah.
responding to Lana at all, and so
Yeah.
like it feels like it's just unfortunate because we can't say, oh, they should have just saved Lydia because clearly she lost that lip sync.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Lana's gotten lucky each time she's had to lip sync as well, where like the other person does something that like
Fucks
clearly
them
is
up.
gonna send them home. Um it was it was just confusing because like did I want Lana? I thought Lana could have been in the top three. Like I thought Lana did very well and had a cute look and was funny. I don't think she was overshadowed that much by Anya at all. I think they played very well off of each other and she was funny.
Yeah.
And then when they said all their critiques, I was like, oh, they don't give a shit about Miss Lana Sheree.
Yeah.
Like
Literally.
you're gonna be the punching bag until you go home next week.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And that's it. So it just that is what I think stings even worse about Lydia going here is that like
Yeah.
we know it's
She wasn't
not,
meant to go home here.
yeah. Like
No, literally.
I
She
think
sent
I think
herself home.
she really did send herself home, and it's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, and all the tweets being like, "Oh my God, we're gonna have to wait so long to see her on All Stars. Like, when will we ever see her again?"
yeah, we'll see her. We will definitely see her soon.
Coming this summer.
What I thought was fucking hilarious, her way out because shocker, unfortunately, she does go home. She said, "This has
Where's
been
the
a great."
badunk tank?
No, literally. But she was like, being on the I've had this dream of being on the show ever since it aired when I was 5.
Camp.
No, literally, she said, "Bitch, I'm gonna call you old because you eliminated me," and walk out the door.
Everyone cackling, and then her at the end. Well, shit.
Literally, guys.
Like, that's everything. Like, I
That's
love
an
Lydia.
iconic mother. Like,
I will forever and always be a Lydia Butthole Collins stan.
I need to see more of her immediately. Like,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I didn't always see the vision, but
We
like
know.
Lydia is just one of those like effortlessly charismatic people. She's not super like extrovertedly charismatic, but she's just like funny and endearing.
yeah,
Hmm. She's like a real, tangible person,
Yeah.
which, like, there are some of those drag queens that come along that are like that. I think back to like Katya in season 7, where like
yeah.
you're like a tangible person. Like, I can tell you have, like, you are yourself. You are being
Mhm.
yourself. And that was very butthole.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All
Hmm.
right. Well, that wraps up.
We'll miss you, butthole.
We will. We'll miss you. But we won't have to miss you for too long if the alleged thingies are true. Um, until then, that wraps up another episode. We're at the final 6.
Yeah,
Wait. Who isn't making top four? What are your
Lana Sheree,
predictions?
Alana
Lana
Jarre,
Del Rey.
Well, yes, but who's getting fifth in your
Jules
opinion?
Sparkles.
Suswatu.
It's gonna be Jules, and I'm gonna cry about it.
I think it could be Lexi.
It
I
could
don't know.
be.
Maybe.
I think Lexi's gonna get pushed to the finale.
I think Lexi might.
There's gonna be a Lexi versus Suswatu lip sync at Final 5. I'm gonna call it right now.
Maybe.
They would love that.
I'm gonna be
I
sad if Susie doesn't make it to the finale.
I'm gonna be sad if
Same.
Jules doesn't make it. I don't care about Susie too.
actually
I
really.
do.
I
I think it
But
do.
should be Susie, Jules, Anya, and Sam Star.
I think Sam Star is like a lock to make the finale and lose.
yeah, she gives like
Like, it's
All
very
Stars
Trinity
winner.
season 9.
Yeah,
Like,
like
you're gonna make the
you didn't.
finale, you're not winning.
It's like
And I'm
you didn't
interested
do anything wrong, but no.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no.
and like I'm interested to see with any combination of this final six, like if it's a lip sync for the crown, like what the or it, I don't know. I'm interested to see what the finale looks like this season
Hmm.
Yeah.
because I think I could see it going to pretty much anyone except Lana.
I
Yeah.
want to see Anya lip sync at some point in the season.
Hmm.
I want to
Maybe we
see what
will. Maybe
her
she'll send Lana
style is
home.
like. Yeah,
What's the
maybe
challenge next week? What was the next time on?
Oh, it was
comedy, maybe.
Oh
something with
yeah,
a
it's the
lineup
like
because
it's the like monologues or whatever.
Oh God. Oh,
yeah.
if we want to, yeah.
But
Hold
it looks
on.
like they're in pairs.
If we want to talk about it, every single time they have a preview for the next episode, they always make the edit seem like Lexi does horrible no matter what, even if it's true or
You
not.
saw
They will
that? You
just.
saw that tweet too?
I saw the TikTok where it's a compilation, and I'm like, oh, it's actually been happening the whole season.
Yeah, the caption was like Lexi Love versus the next time on segment.
Yes, very that. I want to see that All Stars cast.
That through line and the through line of Lana, like, having never worn clothes before in her life,
No,
is
literally.
like my
This is something
favorite.
that I've never done before.
My favorite
Yeah.
running bits of the season.
This is also something I've never done before.
I've
Um,
never done this before. Lana's never worn this before. It's just like
I
every
don't
single outfit.
usually do this, but
Literally, Lana will show up on with a gown and say that, but she'll wear heels with fish in them, and then you'll never hear that in the you would never hear that because she actually did that.
Her
and
online literally being like, and I was being truthful at the time, y'all. I usually don't wear like a bra panty moment. Like,
so
yeah.
so I'm going through my Drag Race like herstory rewatch, and it's giving when Trinity K. Bonet said that it was all new to her. Like
Real.
very that. Just sister, you have worn clothes before. Um, but
oh, I do
we're
want to clock one thing right before
yes,
we end.
yes,
So I
clock
watched
her.
Buttholes What You Packin',
Yes, I did.
and her clocking the fuck out of
Out of
girls that
the
don't know how
entire
to sew.
cast, yes, she said,
Literally being like,
sisters.
actually, what people don't talk about is there are instructions on the sewing machine of how to how
And
to.
that's why I always said like I don't know how to like design, but I know how to sew. I know how to use a sewing machine. I could get something together well enough to get down the runway because like using a sewing machine is not even half the battle there.
No,
Mhm.
literally.
Me looking at Miss Mona Little and questioning that comment.
Oh,
Um,
Hey, Miss Mona Little never made anything for herself.
well, oh,
we
okay.
know. Oh.
Oh,
Oh, oh. I would be that bitch that doesn't know how to sew, so I need to learn how to
yeah.
sew.
Miss Mona
Uh,
existed before I knew how to sew, but now I do.
that's very
Insert Doc
true.
McStuffins as Mona Little here.
Bye.
But we're gonna sign off for now. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.